All right. Shalom, shalom. First and foremost, we would like to give all praises, all honor, and all glory unto Yahweh, Bahashem, Yahweh Shai, Bahashem, Rachachorash. That is to say, all praise and honor and glory to Yahweh, being the name of the Heavenly Father in a native Hebrew tongue. Bahashem, meaning in the name. Yahweh Shai, who the word English calls JC. And the Rachachorash, being the Holy Spirit. Giving double honors unto the elders and apostles of the great millstone, to the truth and well. Shalom to the hopeful elect. Shalom to the Akim and Nakwa, listening and learning. This message goes out to the true Hebrew Israelites of the Bible, the so-called Native Americans, so-called Latinos, and so-called African Americans scattered throughout the four corners of the world. This is the branch of the Great Millstone Chicago Camp. I'm the brother Yaya.
I'm the brother Asha.
Back with another quick lesson through the Spirit that is Lord willing edifying. And in this lesson, we going into how this place is a place of stolen land, stolen people, and we asking how long is it gonna last, man? Because as soon as this man Esau Edom, the so-called white man here in America, came over here, he's done nothing but steal, kill, and destroy, man. The thief coming out, but it's still kill and destroy, and that's all he's been doing this entire time, man. So the land that we're currently in was stolen from the Native Americans. The people were stolen. Jacob was stolen, man. And we asking how long are we gonna be in this condition, man?
You know what I mean? At the end of the day, let's get that. Still killing, just that thief comes with a John 10.
Yeah, John 10.
John 10 and 10. It says, the thief comes not but for to steal and to kill and destroy. And the Lord said, I am come that they may have life and that they may have it more abundantly. But nevertheless, like he was going into, this land has been robbed and just, and spoiled. And eventually, everything that's been done wickedly has to be overturned. So people robbed and spoiled, we carried out our sentence. Now the Lord is going to uproot the wickedness in the land that has carried out the wickedness, man. And and that's what you see happening now. The collapse, the decline of a kingdom built on wickedness and treachery, man. How long do you think a kingdom built on wickedness and treachery is going to last? Not forever. They never considered their light end that, hey, they thought everything was cool in the beginning, but now part two is unfolding. The collapse, the decline, and ultimately the destruction, of this place through righteous judgment of Yahweh Shem Shai. We'll grab a couple more precepts.
Okay. Let's start off with this Micah.
Mm-hmm.
This is Micah 2:1. Micah 2:1. Woe to them that devise iniquity and work evil upon their beds. When the morning is light, they practice it because it is in the power of their hand. And
woe means destruction. So anytime you see the word woe in the Bible, unlike the Christians who don't understand it, who won't speak on it, that means destruction is coming.
Verse 2. And they covet fields and take them by violence, and houses and take them away. So they oppress a man in his house, even a man and his heritage.
And that's exactly what they have done. Like you said, they came over here, and the Northern Kingdom was already in the Americas. And Christopher Columbus, or also known as Christopher Colon, came over here. And you know the rest of the story. They destroyed and killed northern the Native Americans, and then went to the west coast of Africa and started stealing Jake, and bringing them over here, and then consequently through the transatlantic slave trade, they started transferring the Native Americans, Northern Kingdom out of here to Europe, man, to the western, other parts of the world. So how long do you think this is going to last? The scriptures is clear. There's a timetable for judgment, and it's unfolding right now. You think because you do something wrong, you're not going to get punished for it, but that's not the case. Get that Ecclesiastes 8 and 11. So this is, the sentence against evil work is not done.
Yeah. I got it.
Yeah.
This is Ecclesiastes chapter 8 and verse 11. Because sentence against an evil work is not executed speedily, therefore the heart of the sons of man is fully set in them to do evil.
And why is the Lord being patient and not executing judgment right away? Because he wants the wickedness to reach a certain level. He said he will not stir. Get that? Is that just to set measure be fulfilled. I think it's 2nd Ezra 14:4, something like that. The Lord does not stir and move until the set measure be fulfilled. So this measure of wickedness has to take place. You know what I mean? Before the Lord comes back and they execute His judgment on it, man. The Lord is He's not unrighteous, man. He's letting these people continue to do all the wicked stuff that they want to do, and then He's going to bring His ultimate judgment.
This is 2nd Ezra 4:37.
Okay.
Second Ezra 4:37. By measure hath he measured the times, and by number hath he numbered the times, and he doth not move nor stir them until the said measure be fulfilled.
And that's exactly what you see unfolding in the earth. The Lord has allowed every kingdom to have its time to reign and rule, and He's just monitoring it as He does. And now, when that time is up for that particular kingdom, particular monarch, or particular ruler, the Lord removes them out of the way, and that's what you see happening, man.
That's a rock. And that's what we're seeing right now, man. These people are being taken out of the way. This is Sirach 10, and I'll start at verse 8. This is Sirach 10:8. Because of unrighteous dealings, injuries, and riches gotten by deceit, the kingdom is translated from one people to another. And they came over here with deceit, man. They lied and broke all the promises, all the covenants that they made with the northern tribes that was over here, man. All the Native Americans that was over here, they said, "Oh yeah, you give us this, we're gonna give you that." And Jake, of course, having such a kind nature, gave them whatever they asked for, and they came back to him with a sword, man.
Yep, stole all the land, enslaved them, murdered millions, man. The number is too high to even calculate. We just getting a small sample of all the murders and killings that they've done to the Native Americans. You know what I mean? Over here in America, along with the whole transatlantic slave trade.
Yeah, we can only give a rough estimation.
Right, exactly, man. And because of that, the Lord is removing these people from power, man. Nowhere else in the world has a person like Esau, Edom, who's decimated, whole countries, whole villages, whole nations, has been more paramount. Hiroshima, Nagasaki, you name it. All the wars he's been fighting since he came into power. America's only 250 years old. Look how many wars they've been fighting in bloodshed.
Right.
In the name of wickedness, because it certainly hasn't been of any righteous moral compass.
Or any freedom.
Yeah, freedom. Right. He's been doing what he want to do. Continue his wicked agenda. Go ahead.
Another one. This is the Habakkuk. This is Habakkuk 2, and I'll start at verse 4. Behold, his soul which is lifted up is not upright in him, but the just shall live by his faith. This man is estranged from the womb, man. This man he just can't get anything right, man.
Yeah, grab that. We get that.
Right now. Psalms.
To get that.
Okay.
Because that's beautiful.
This is Psalms 58:3. The wicked are estranged from the womb. They go astray as soon as they be born, speaking lies.
Yep. And speaking lies and doing all the other stuff that goes with lies. Theft, murder, kill. Back in the Habakkuk 2 and verse 5.
Yeah, also because he transgresseth by wine, he is a proud man, neither keepeth at home, who enlarges his desire as hell and is as death and cannot be satisfied.
And that wine is his philosophy, his doctrine, his democracy, all of his stuff that is tied to him taking rulership of everybody else's country with his lies and his promises of wealth, but all the time he was only lining up his own back pockets, man. So it's all been deception and fraud.
But gathereth unto him all nations and heapeth unto him all people.
Yeah, don't they call America the great melting pot? America has gotten military bases all over the world. America has, with their petrodollar, which is declining now to go into digital currency, it has been populated throughout the whole world. You couldn't buy oil unless you was bought in American dollars. You can't fly a plane unless you know the American language. So he's truly been a global person, running the world, man. From point blank period. Go ahead.
Verse 6. Shall not all these take up a parable against him, and a tossing proverb against him, and say, woe to him that increaseth that which is not his? How long? And to him that layeth himself with thick clay. And that thick clay is going into heavy debts, man. America's going broke right now, man.
Yeah. No more wisdom and team and flat broke. So they populating this war while the rich is getting rich. The poor is getting worse, man. The jobs have pretty much eroded in America. You go around any country, you see more homeless people living in parking lots and streets than ever before. They got a job, but they can't afford the place to stay. So the poverty is at an all-time high. We are in the Great Recession, currently heading into depression, the Great Depression. Our grandfathers talked about it in the 30s, man. That's coming to this place, man. We see it unfolding. Go ahead.
Con. Reverse.
Yeah.
Verse 7. Shall they not rise up suddenly that shall bite thee, and awake that shall vex thee, and thou shalt be for booties unto them?
Yeah, you see that happening right now with the war in Iran. They thought that they was going to go in Iran and knock them down and keep it moving. And then they showed the cards by going against their own allies, Canada and Mexico. They went over to Venezuela. All these people are neighboring countries, man. They went over there to Cuba. Eventually, all these people, this is a part of that, they shall hate the whore. You know what I mean? So they're going to come and rain down the beat down on to America for all atrocities. The EU and NATO's turning against them. It's over with, man. Nobody's afraid of the big bad wolf anymore.
Verse 8. Because thou hast spoiled many nations, all the remnant of the people shall spoil thee, because of men's blood, and for the violence of the land, of the city, and of all that dwell therein. And the land can only be cleansed by the blood of him that shed it, man.
Yeah.
This is why these people are about to be taken down forever, man.
Yeah, you see all types of uproars of the people all around the world, man. Everybody's tired of this devil, man. They're tired of the condition of the earth. They're tired of everything that they was, all the lies, all the stuff they promised. They seeing it for what it truly is.
God. Get that numbers.
God.
I just quoted. This is Numbers 35 and 33. This is Numbers 35 and 33. So ye shall not pollute the land wherein ye are, for blood it defileth the land, and the land cannot be cleansed of the blood that is shed therein, but by the blood of him that shed it. So that's what needs to happen for this land to be cleansed, man. The blood of him that shed it, man. That shed millions of amounts of blood, man.
Yeah.
It's an insane amount of blood on this man's hands that he has to pay for it, man.
Yeah.
And that he's still shedding more and more blood every day.
Yeah, and that's why this timetable is ending.
Yeah.
The Lord set bounds he cannot surpass. He grabbed that, and he's at his limits. So he was asking how long can a nation last with stolen land and stolen people. The time is up.
God. This is Job 14 and 5. Seeing his days are determined, the number of his months are with thee. Thou hast appointed his bounds that he cannot pass.
So Esau, Edom, subclaimed white man here in America, has maxed out on what he can achieve. His last ditch effort is going to be this MOTB, but the Lord is going to allow that to happen. But then after that, he's going to be quickly destroyed and taken out of power, out of rulership.
God.
After he does his final hurrah,
Yeah.
the Lord is going to take him out of rulership, out of power.
The Lord is seeing his people in this man's land, man. If I could get this Exodus.
God.
This is Exodus 21 and 16. Exodus 21 and 16. And he that stealeth a man and selleth him, or if he be found in his hand, he shall surely be put to death. So Esau Edom broke this as well, man. Esau Edom broke a lot of stuff, and a lot of things he has to pay for, man.
Yeah, we still in his land right now.
God,
But
and
like we talked about earlier, the Lord had to wait till that, his sentence reached the fullest. It's like any case, right? The Lord had to wait for it to reach its maximum height. It's the same with any case. They build the cases against you. They don't just come and nab you right away. They wait for the cases to mount up so they can make sure when they come to the trial, that case is a solid case and there's no room for error. You did all this that you said you didn't do. Here we got you on camera robbing this store. Here we got you on camera shooting this person. Here we got you on camera stashing the drugs. So the Lord is mounting his case against Esau Edom, self-proclaimed white man in America. And just like any case, he's got all the evidence to support his decision and the judgment that's going to happen.
God.
And that's why, his time is up, man. He's done so much wickedness in the earth. The Lord's like, all right, time's up for this devil. That Job 20.
Okay. This is Job 20 and start at 15.
Yeah, Job 20 and 15, and we jump around here.
Job 20:15. He hath swallowed down riches, and he shall vomit them up again. Yahweh shall cast them out of his belly.
Exactly. So everything he stole, he got to give it up. You know what I mean? A gut punch. Everything he took. All right, we're going to jump down.
Verse 19.
Yeah.
Job 20:19. Because he hath oppressed and hath forsaken the poor, because he hath violently taken away an house which he builded not. And this is what we've been talking about during the whole lesson, man. Going back to that Micah, going back to that Habakkuk, this man has, all he's done is still kill and destroy his entire life, man. He came, stole the houses which he built not. He took them away and put his own stuff up, man.
Yeah.
Verse 20. Surely he shall not feel quietness in his belly. He shall not save of that which he desired. So all the things that he hoped for, all the things that he desired, he's not going to have any of that at the end of the day, man. Yep. Because of his own greediness, his own pride, man. Keep reading.
Yeah.
Verse 21. There shall none of his meat be left. Therefore shall no man look for his goods.
Everything's going to be spoiled, right?
In the fullness of his sufficiency, he shall be in straits. Every hand of the wicked shall come upon him. Verse 23, when he is about to fill his belly, Yahweh shall cast the fury of his wrath upon him and shall rain it upon him while he is eating.
And that's exactly what's happening. You think he's going to be straight, then the Lord's going to render that judgment on him, man. And that's what's happening now. He thinks he's going to be at ease. He thinks his situation is going to continue forever. And the Lord's like, not so. Not so fast, my man. You got to pay back everything you've stolen, all the murders and kills you've done. You got to pay for all that, man. And that's what's happening, man. You done stole people and stolen land. How long you thought this ride was gonna last? That ride is up, man.
Right. Okay. Yeah. Anything else? So with that, we would like to give all praises, all honor, and all glory to Yahweh, Bahashem, Yahweh Shai, Bahashem, Rakach Kodash. Double honors to the apostles and elders of the great millstone, tell the truth from well. With that, we would like to say Shalom, Kwam Yashrala, and Abal Babal.